Well, hello, ghosties and ghoulies. Happy New Year. I hope you had a fantastic Christmas. It's Dolores from Picto Ghost Walks, and I'm back with the channel just to let you know what's going to happen this year. And also, we're going to be doing a pick a pile reading for the month of January. So we'll have that coming up right away. But I just wanted to pop on and tell you what's going to happen with the channel this year. I'm going to be filming a lot more than I have in the past. First of all, I'm going to be doing monthly pick a pile readings, which will be a little bit more in depth, and they'll come out at the first of every month this year. But in between those times, I'm going to be doing single card readings for each week as we go through the year, and hopefully I'll be able to keep that up for the entire 52 weeks of 2026, but we're going to try anyway. We're going to get started with that. On top of all of that stuff, we're going to have special readings for things like Valentine's Day, special occasions, that kind of thing, and anything else that I happen to think about. Other types of readings, I'll probably bring back the Drawing the Dead readings at some point in time, and I might actually get into some other forms of divination as well. I have a token casting mat that I've created, which I'm anxious to use and happy to share with you. And a couple of other types of divination that I want to delve into this year. But for today, we're going to stick with the pick a pile reading, so that's going to be coming up. But just as a final word, if you're interested in meeting me and you want to come out and get a live reading, I'm going to be at the Sea Glass Coffee House at 27 Water Street in Pictou, Nova Scotia on January 4th. The readings are $20. It is first come, first serve, but while you're waiting, there are tons of good snacks and food and coffees and teas and everything else for you to enjoy while you wait for a reading. So I'll be there doing that, and also have books for sale and be able to sign and meet and greet with you a little bit. So hopefully I'll be able to pop out for that. If not, don't worry, we'll be doing lots of events this year, and I'll be keeping you abreast of those things over the course of the season. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it, and I'll get us set up for your pick a pile reading for January 2026. Okay, so we're going to get started with your pick a pile reading. I've pulled cards for each pile and a significator for each pile. So the first card is the Knight of Cups. This will be about new emotional journeys and emotional messages that you might be receiving and journeys you might be taking. The second pile is about the Sun, which is a return of the solar energy, which we certainly need this time of year. It's also about rest, relaxation, joy, and finding that sense of childhood wonder again. So rejuvenation is kind of one of the watchwords of the second pile. The third pile is about stability. It's about finding your anchors, finding your springboards and places that are solid for you to grow out of. It's also about wisdom and about having solid foundations of things underneath you. So if that's the sort of thing that you're looking for, then the third pile will be your significator pile. Okay, so we're going to start with the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is about emotional journeys and messages. So this will be some of the emotional journeys you're going to be taking over the month of January, and also emotional messages that you might be receiving over the month of January. So let's have a look at your cards and see. Okay. I think that you might find January a bit challenging, especially around home and family life and partnerships in particular. You might be finding that there are some things happening in January that you're not exactly 100% happy about. You have the Four of Cups, which is about discernment, but in reverse, which it is because I'm reading the cards facing me, so you're seeing them upside down. This is a reversal for me, which means that this card is mitigated in some way. Usually it's about discernment, it's about waiting for the right opportunity, waiting for the right message, waiting for the right time, and being a little bit picky and choosy about the journeys and things that you allow into your life. When it's reversed, there's a sense of dissatisfaction with what's being offered. I think that you might be finding yourself in a place where you really want to be enjoying being at home and being with family, and maybe this is part of the hangover of the Christmas season, that you've really enjoyed being around family and enjoying yourself around family and having family time and having time with the kids and time with the partner and things like that. And now it's back to work, and there's a sense of desiring to have more of this, but feeling like you're being drawn or pulled away from it by everything else that's coming up. And it might feel that you're feeling a little bit drained by this emotionally. There's certainly a sense of emotional drain here. I do feel like you do have a bunch of challenges that are coming up towards you this month that are going to be taking a lot of your time and attention away from where you really want to be, which is with your home and your loved ones. But this is a lot of opportunity, challenges, and things. The nice thing that I am seeing about this card is it isn't in reversal, which means that you are up to those challenges. You're able to actually deal with everything that's coming at you. But there's a sense of feeling like you don't really want to be in this energy. You really want to be still back in the energy of like the Christmas season where you're just enjoying family. So it can be extra challenging over the month of January, just dealing with things. I do feel like for some of you, there are some emotional problems with partnerships involved in this. This may be because your energy is going into other places rather than into the partnership, and there's a sense of feeling like there's a drain on the emotional energy. It does feel like you're very drained this month with the Ace of Cups in reverse as well. This is like putting your energy into, putting a lot of energy into something and feeling very drained by it, and feeling like your depletion. There's definitely depletion here, and there's definitely negative messaging around, especially partnerships for some of you. Now, those partnerships don't have to be romantic partnerships. This can be business. This can be just friendships. It can be in your family or in your community. But there's a sense of something not going right between people in this month. And there's a sense of miscommunication with the Page of Cups in reverse. So a lot of mixed emotions and a lot of emotional things that can be misconstrued or misunderstood. There can be mistakes in emotional communication this month. So that is something that to be watchful for. And also the depletion of your energy. And the one thing that I'm going to say about this card is with this card, with the Ace of Cups in reversal, what I'm seeing with this card is that you need to take care to be refilling your own cup. It's kind of like that thing that they say on airplanes that, you know, if the oxygen mask drops, that you should take care of yourself first and then you can help the people around you. And that's sort of the same energy that's happening here. And it does feel like it's almost like there's a sense of exhaustion around you, and other people and other relationships around you are asking for your energy, but there's a limited amount of energy that you have right now to give them. So you need to take care of your own needs at this point in time. Your own physical and emotional needs in particular need to be looked after before you can engage with other people, because when you're coming at these engagements with other people from a place of depletion, then oftentimes you get mixed messages, or you're not communicating well, and this can create problems inside of relationships. So I'm going to pull one more card for the month and see what's happening here. Here's the thing. I do think that this is something you're going to be moving through, and there's a couple of elements to it. First of all, it does feel like by the end of the month, this is going to settle down, whatever the miscommunications are that are going on here, and the drain on resource and drain on energy. This is going to settle down, and you're going to be going into a period of indulgence where you're actually going to be starting to enjoy things again. Just feels like you're in the doldrums a little bit with January, but you will come out of it. And the other thing that's happening here that I'm feeling really strongly here is February is going to be challenging, because the desire is to be with community. The desire is to be enjoying yourself and having the kind of excesses of Christmas, the kind of indulgences of Christmas, and you're kind of stuck back there, but having to face up to the next year, which can be a lot. It can be very challenging, and the people around you might be more challenging than you would like them to be at this time, especially with this Two of Cups in reversal. It does feel like some of you are going to be facing some challenges, but never fear, you do come through them, and then there is a sense of getting back to, oh, I am actually enjoying things again. Just there's a bit of a doldrum happening for January. So that's your first reading for the year, my first pile, people, of the Knight of Cups. Okay, so we're going to have a look at a second pile, and the second pile is the sun. The sun is about relaxation, it's about joy, it's about it's about interacting with things from a place of childlike wonder and enthusiasm. So you have a lot of that. There can actually be related to, for some of you, there'll be vacation involved in this. So you might be finding that you've come through Christmas and now there's a time to actually relax and kind of enjoy yourself a little bit more now that the stress is off and you can return to this sense of wonder and fun. Okay, let's have a look at your, okay. Well, for some of you, getting back to this idea of being able to, needing a vacation is one of the trends that I'm seeing here. There is a sense for some of you that you've come through a place of kind of a lot of challenge and feeling very wounded, and you've come through a place of needing to put up barriers because you've gone through something over the course of the end of last year that has been very wounding and very tiring, and this is a sense of actually coming through something. It's almost the wounded warrior. Out of this, there's a sense of needing to actually let go of the emotional baggage of this. So whatever it was you were dealing with at the end of December, you're being asked to let go of the wounding of it and let go of the emotional attachments and baggages of it. And because those are things that are going to keep you stuck if you hang on to them. I feel like for some of you, you might actually be facing a period of feeling like you want to have joy and you want to have a vacation, you want to have rest, you want to have this kind of revitalization of energy, but it's not, for whatever reason, it's not happening for you in January, and it doesn't feel fair. There's a sense with the Justice card of things not being balanced, and part of the not being balanced could be that for some of you, you are faced with an energy of the King of Swords, and this energy can be abuse of power, it can be overuse of power, it can be people acting powerless, or that planned helplessness that keeps you from actually taking care of your own stuff, and you're ending up being in this very unbalanced place of having to look after somebody else's stuff that they're not taking care of. So this could be for some of you. And all of this is kind of stealing your joy. And it's like, for some of you, I'm feeling like there is someone out there who, it's like you have a plan, or you had planned, or you wanted to have some kind of vacation element going on here, and it's not happening. And it's not happening because someone else in your sphere is stopping it from happening with this King of Swords, either through direct interference with it and saying, no, you can't have that time off, or you can't do that thing, or through their own planned helplessness, so that you end up having to take care of their stuff and you're not actually able to have the time off that you need. So for some of you, this is definitely going to be a theme of something that's happened here. And it's happened before. This is not new. This is something that's happened before, and it's something that I think you've gotten fed up with in a way, and you've kind of like let go of the emotion, like it doesn't affect you emotionally, you know, there's no point in getting upset about it anymore, but you usually have a fairly high boundary up with this entity or this person, and for whatever reason they're affecting your energy this year, or they're affecting your energy this month, stopping you from actually having the thing that you want to have happen. You are coming through it, you are a very powerful person. I am seeing the Queen of Swords as a significator for the people that are listening now. This means that you are very powerful. You have the ability to actually take care of everything that you need to take care of, and there's a sense of independence in this. It's cutting through problems, cutting through red tape, cutting through other people's problems as well, and dealing with this kind of imbalance. You are normally able to do that, but for whatever reason, I think that you've done this in the past, and you've had barriers up with this energy of this person in the past, but for whatever reason, you've kind of missed the boat on this one. There's a situation that you're being hamstrung here by. You haven't seen it. You're not seeing it coming, and it's going to be kind of annoying for you. It's going to bring back a lot of this old energy of like, I've been through this before with you kind of energy. So there is a little bit of conflict and things happening for you here, especially it feels like there's a lot of work stuff around this. There's with the swords. The swords are kind of the intellectual, they're in the head, they're in the mind, and there does feel like there's a deep imbalance happening here for you in January, where something's happening with another person, that is feeling very unfair to you, and it's blocking your joy. It's blocking your relaxation. So I'm going to pull one more card and see what the resolution of this is. There is, whatever it is that's coming here, with this, I feel like there is conflict with the King of Swords. Whatever it is, there's a sense of not being ready for it. So if there is someone, or either a person or an organization or work or someone in your family that you've had this kind of element of conflict before with, I feel like this is coming back. This is a return, and I think that you're being kind of given the heads up by the cards, because you're not seeing here, but you're not ready. But through this reading, hopefully, when things start to happen, you'll have a little bit more readiness for it, because right now you're not. The Page of Swords is something you're not seeing coming here with the Page of Swords in reverse. You're not ready for it. And that is, if you can be aware that this is something that can be happening, that's going to be affecting your time off and your enjoyment and your vacation. If you're aware of it, that might be something that you can mitigate. It might be something that you can actually bring more balance to, because right now it feels like January you're going through something that is very unbalanced and very unfair to you in relation to this. So, but be aware that if you've had this kind of conflicts in the past, be aware that those things can be cropping back up again this month, and maybe you'll be a little bit more prepared for them. So that's your reading for January for my sun people. Okay, so now we're going to look at the Emperor people, and see what we have going on here. Okay, wow, you have very powerful cards this month. Very, very powerful cards this month. But also you have a bit of a warning here as well. This is about solidity. It's about foundation. It's about feeling very stable, and those things and people that make you feel stable and secure. That's what the Emperor is. It's also about leadership. You do have some kind of celebration here, but it's very interesting. There's a celebration here, but there's also a decision. There's some decision that you're going to be making around something in regard to a celebration. This could be a celebration of life. It could be a celebration of family celebration. It could be anything like that. There is a sense of some of you going through something here that is a little bit ground shaking, because you have the Tower in reverse, and the Tower is about destruction. So there's some element of destruction happening around here, around you, around your solidity and the things that make you feel secure and safe. So there's a destruction happening here, and it's happening in regard to a person. It's happening in regard to Queen of Cups. So queens are going to be usually an older female. If it's not a female, it's particularly nurturing and caregiving male. So there doesn't have to be a female, but they lean towards the feminine aspect of being nurturers. So the Queen of Cups is in reversal here, which means that there's a problem with this, or there's a destruction that's happening around this person. So you may find, for some of you, I'll be quite honest here, it does feel like for some of you this is in relation to people that you consider to be nurturers or have been nurturers for you in the past. There's some destruction that's happening with someone like that for some of you. And this is shaking your foundation. This is somebody who would have felt like they were a foundational card, and then they're not there, or they can't be there in the way that they have in the past, because there's this destructive element around them. Regardless of anything that does happen here, it does feel like you're making some decisions, or you're going to be forced to make decisions around celebrations in regard to this person. Here's what I can tell you, even though this does look kind of on the darker side, there's no darker light. There's just information. It's just, these are the things, these are the life journeys that we all go through. But it does feel like this is happening for some of you. What I can tell you is, with the Temperance card, you come out of this with more balance, more stability. Temperance is almost like alchemy. It's about having the proper combination of things that will set you on a better path. There's also an element of divine protection around the Temperance card, angelic protection around the Temperance card. So regardless of what's happening with this situation here, you are protected, and there are elements of things that are coming in to balance you and to make you feel better. This is kind of the alchemy is coming into focus and into balance. The balance card here is very, very important. You are opening a new world. Whatever it is that you're letting go of here, it kind of shakes your stability. But the stability is it's still there. It's going through a period of, it's not a full-blown earthquake, it's just a tremor. And it feels like this is happening because what it's doing is it's actually opening up a world for you. It's opening up a new thing for you. So for some of you, this might be an older situation that you're letting go of, that is actually going to create new alchemy for you and open up a new world for you. The world is coming in to greet you here. This is very positive. This is all like seeing new things, being more in the world, more of the world, a lot of educational elements to this, learning new things, bringing a new vista and a new birth into the world is what's happening here with the World card and the Temperance. But it does come on the back of a loss. It comes on the back of a destruction here. But it's a necessary destruction. This is absolutely necessary, has to happen. It's not, you don't have to be afraid of it, but it's something that you might actually even be choosing to end something here, because it might be something that you've been hung up on for a while. There is, for some of you, a very clear, very specific reading that's coming through. This is foundational card. This feels like a celebration of life around someone that you've lost here, with the Tower and the Queen of Cups in reversal. So it'll be somebody who's acted as kind of a motherly figure or a nurturing figure for you, that this is a loss of them or a loss of connection with them, and the Tower. So this could be an end of a relationship. It could be the end of a life. It doesn't necessarily feel like that. I don't see the Death card in here, but it does feel like there's definitely a destruction here for some of you. Now that isn't for everybody, that's a very specific thing, but it does feel like for some of you you're moving through a period of destruction in this relationship with this Queen of Cups, through whatever means that is. But for that aside, and because of that, it actually brings you into better balance with the Temperance card. And opens up a new world. So this could be the ending of something that allows you to move on and allows you to move forward. So it isn't inherently bad, it's just something that it's happening, it's a hurdle you have to get over, a new balance that you have to find, and then you are opening up a new world once this is released. So that's your reading for my Emperor people. I hope it was a good one. I hope you enjoyed it. And we will see you next month for another Pick a Pile reading.